Exponents. Exponential form is when we have a number, 2 in this case, raised to an exponent, 4. 2 is the base and 4 is the exponent. The exponent tells you how many times to multiply the base by itself. So this means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So worked out, 16. We read exponential form. This example would be 2 to the 4th power. So here, 5 with an exponent of 2 is 5 to the 2nd power. Anytime a number is raised to the 2nd power, we call it squared. So this can also be read as 5 squared. 4 with an exponent of 3 is read 4 to the 3rd power. Anytime a number is raised to the 3rd power, we call that cubed. So this is also read as 4 cubed. So let's go ahead and simplify. So 3 to the 4th power, again, is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Now, if you're allowed to use a calculator, you could multiply 3 in there 4 times. Sometimes it's likely that you can make a mistake. I like to break it down. 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 3 is 9, and then you multiply 9 times 9, and now you probably don't even need a calculator. 9 times 9 is 81. Negative 8 squared. It's important here to realize that the parentheses is around the negative 8. That's telling you that the negative is part of the base. So this is going to be a negative 8 times a negative 8. A negative times a negative is positive. 8 times 8, 64. In our next example, negative 2 to the 4th, there is no parentheses around that negative and the 2. So the negative is not part of the base, and it is not going to repeat 4 times. So here, it's going to be a negative, and then the base is 2. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, and 2 times 2 over here is 4. Negative 4 times a positive 4 is a negative 16. Again, keep in mind that if you had repeated this negative with each one of the bases, you would have gotten the wrong answer, because a negative times a negative times a negative times a negative would have given you a positive 16, which again, as you can see, would be incorrect. Here we have 1/4 squared. When you are squaring fractions, you need to remember that the exponent belongs to both the numerator and the denominator. So you can rewrite this as 1 squared over 4 squared, which would be 1 times 1 over 4 times 4. 1 times 1 is 1 over 16. In our last example, we are going to write in exponential form. So 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. Our base is repeating 4 times, and that base is 4. So we would write this 7 to the 4th power. Negative 6 times negative 6 times negative 6. The base is a negative 6. It's repeating 3 times. So negative 6. Be sure to put it in parentheses and then raise it to the 3rd power. When you have variables, it's exactly the same as if there's numbers. X is repeating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So the base is x, x to the 5th power.